Hi, welcome to an Inventor 2019 video tutorial. I want to do the engine block exercise now in Inventor. So let's have fun with Inventor. Let's start with some planes. So I will make those elements visible and turn it a little bit. I want a plane with an angle, and the plane would be this one, and the angle axis would be this one, and I want it to be, let's see, 45 degrees. Where will it go? No, I want it the other way around. So can I do it with minus 45? Yes, I can, and confirm. Now I need two planes with the distance to that one. So go for plane, select this one, just left click and drag, and that would be 123.3. 123.3. Next one with the distance from this one should be 156.1. 156.1. Okay, and now another one with a distance to this one in that direction, and that might be 2 for 1.3. Okay, and another one again from this one, but now in the other direction, that would be minus 266.7, and I've got my reference elements. Let's start with a sketch on this one. Let's go for a sketch right on this plane. I want to go for a circle, and the diameter of that circle would be 152.4. Finish that sketch. Now let's make an extrude with this one up to that plane. So go for extrude, select the sketch, it's already selected, and go to this plane right here and confirm. Now I want to do a pattern, a linear pattern, rectangular. I want to pattern features or bodies, it doesn't really matter, you can go for both of these options. Direction would be along that axis. I need 3. The distance should be 146, and I want it to be mid-plane centered like this, and confirm. Nice. Next sketch on the same plane, so go for a sketch on this plane. That would be a rectangle, and I want to reuse those, so go for construction, go for project geometry, project this and that, then make that line coincident to that projection, and this one and that line. The dimension could or should be 165.1, and of course it should be sort of centered, so I go for, let's see if it works, horizontal. I need that midpoint to be coincident or horizontal aligned to this one. Great. Finish that sketch, and I just noticed I took the wrong plane. So let's see, I want to move that one, so go for, let's see, redefine, and select that plane on this one, and okay, it's still fully defined. Now I can make an extrude. I want to make a face, a surface, and I want to go up to the same plane as before, to this one, and confirm. Now I want to thicken that surfaces, so go for thicken, and I want to select the complete quilt, and that distance should be 12.7 to the inside. Let's check it. So that's it, and I could go for a new part or a new body, or I could do it with the same, so it doesn't really matter. Then I want to thicken that surface right here, so go for thicken, select this surface and make it 25.4, 25.4, okay. Then I want to reuse that sketch from that extrusion, and I could hide, of course, that surface body. Okay, so go for that sketch, this sketch. I want to reuse that sketch, so share it, and then I want to make another extrude, and the thickness in that direction should be, I think, 35.5. yeah, and it was subtracted, but I want to make a union. I want to join it, not subtract, so it looks like this. Great. Now let's go for the sketch on this plane right here. Go for a sketch on the YZ plane. This should be a rectangle which starts right here and goes in that direction. Up it should be 175.4, column 4, and the other value should be 165.1. Finish that sketch. Now this should be a new body, so I will hide that body, this one, just hide it. And now let's make an extrude with that sketch, and it should go in two directions but asymmetric, and I want to go to this one, so that's not possible, so I have to go for between, like this, and it should be a new body. Okay, now another sketch, and therefore I will need that solid back, so make it visible. Hide the other one if you want. So go for a sketch right on this plane, and I want to project that face, so I got the edges. Project geometry on this one. Finish that sketch. Now let's show this one and hide the other one. Now let's go for an extrude. Again, it should be between. It should be between this plane here and that plane there. And I want, of course, to subtract it. So the profile would be this one. Yes. I want to subtract. And I want to go from this plane to that plane. So somehow I'm not able to select it. No. That's crazy, but let's try once more. So go for that select the sketch, extrude the sketch, Now it should work, and it should go between this one and that one, and I want to subtract, and okay. Let's go for a shell, and we could hide that sketch, this one. I want to have a shell, 19mm thickness. I want to remove this face, that one, and this one. And okay, quite nice. Let's show our second body, or the first one in this case. Now I could combine them. So let's go for combine. I don't want to keep the tool body, so this one and that one should be united or joined. Okay, now for the ribs I need sketches. So the next sketch could be done on this plane or that plane, doesn't really matter. I will go for this plane. So go for a sketch. That will be a circle, and that circle should have a diameter of 25, like this. The distance from that point to this point vertically should be 55.9. That distance, I might have to adjust it. Could be or should be. Let's take a look. If I go for 231.7, let's check it out. 7. That's not enough, so I will subtract another 12.7. That's it. Okay, finish that sketch. Let's make an extrude the other way around, and let's go to that plane right here. And of course it should be joined, and okay. Now let's do a rectangular pattern. So go for pattern. I want to pattern a feature, that last extrusion. I want to go in this direction. I need 4 instances, and the distance should be 146. And the second direction I will use, as in the other exercises, the edge here, and that distance should be 111.8. Nice. Now I could hide some planes. Like this, then go for another sketch right there. So I need to project faces, 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 faces. I did them all for construction purpose only. Let's deactivate this, and now I could draw some lines from this center to that one, to this one, to that one, and then up to this one, this one. Okay, like that. And I need some more here. Let's go over here. Let's try to snap. Okay, go down. Try to snap once more. If not, you can always do the constraints. Okay, so that might, what's, yeah, so this point right there, then go to the other side, draw the same lines, go over here, try to snap, if not it doesn't really matter, like this, go down and try to snap on this one with a trace. Doesn't really work. Let's try once more. Not really, but you could add, as I told you, the constraints later on. So again, this should be, yeah, so make this point on that one coincident. Finish that sketch. Now let's go for our rib. Oh, I forgot some lines, sorry. Line like this, another line over here, another line here, and another one over there. Now I can go for my rib, finish that sketch, and go for the rib. It should be with all those profiles. And I will go for a 2 mm thickness, neutral fiber, and confirm. Nice. And I didn't get those lines, so the profile, this should be also in the profile. Okay, and confirm. And I missed this one out. Really? So that one. Now I should be okay. Yes, I'm good. Let's add some holes. So in order to do my holes, I want to add some sketch points and put on these some work points. I could go to that sketch which I used for the rib, edit this one, and I could add center points. I could add a point right there, and I could add a point over here as well. Finish that sketch. Now, if I make this visible, I could put a work point over here and another work point over there. Now I could work with those work points. So make this invisible again. Let's go for our hole. Select that point. It should be a simple hole, yes. It should go through all, yes. Or to next, to plane would be okay as well in this case. And the diameter should be 127. And of course on this face. And OK. OK. Now the same pattern as before with the first rectangular pattern. So let's go for another rectangular pattern. I want to pattern this hole, and I want to go in that direction. 3 instances, 1 for 6 distance, and it should be centered. Okay. Now here I need a hole with 10mm diameter. It should have a certain depth. Okay, go for 10mm, and the depth should be 7.6mm. And of course it should be on to that face. And okay. Now let's pattern this one. Pattern this hole in direction 1. It's 4 instances, 1 for 6mm distance, and in the second direction I will again use that edge as direction, 2 with 8mm. Nice. Again. Now let's do the fillets. First a fillet with 50mm here and there. Apply. Then 50-25 here, there, here, and of course over there. Okay. Now one fillet with 12.7mm. Up here, apply, then 2 with 12mm here and there, apply, and then 1 with 6mm all around, and okay. Last step is to make a circular pattern, and therefore I will need a new axis because this one will not work. But instead of making a new axis, I could move that body and then make a circular pattern around that axis. So let's see what value we will need. I want to modify and I want to move my body. I want to move this body. Yes, and I want to move it in X direction. Let's try 12.7. It might be just only half of 12.7. So if we now do a circular pattern with the body around this axis, I need only 2. Check it out. Yes, it worked, and I'm done. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, please give it a like or leave a comment. If you want to see more, please give it a like or leave a comment. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please subscribe to my Facebook cat fan page. Would be very nice of you. I want to get more subscriptions and likes over there as well. So thanks for watching. See you to the next one. Bye bye.